What's up, everybody? This is Channel 727, your number one news source for trans investigations and much more. In this episode, we will be investigating Candace Owens, the American political commentator and pundit.
We are getting everything correct. Also, those of us who are obsessed with the Baldoni case, we have a few updates for you today. I told you guys in the last episode about this case that more lawsuits were coming. Well, one of them just...
All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see if Candace Owens can pass the skull checking test. Female skull template is now on Candace Owens' face and doesn't even look like it's close to fitting. Not even close, ladies and gentlemen. No. As you can see, there is no sign of a upside down egg-shaped head here. Let's go ahead and put the male skull template on now, and beautiful. Look how perfectly that fits. You can't, you can't argue on this. It's just, wow. These skull template layouts are amazing. They work every time. So Candace Owens has the features of a male's head. Short and sloping forehead, a much wider face. And if you look very carefully, you can see the square jawline. I don't care how many plastic surgeries this person might have done in the past, but I can see it all. And if you can't see it, that's okay. That's why I'm here, to break it all down for you, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, let's move on to the Gait. It was a little tricky trying to find Gait photos on Owens, so we're going to have to work with what we have in this episode. This was on Candace Owens' Facebook profile. It almost seems like they were trying to hide their gait. And I could be wrong. Looks like we might have startled the person in the back, because they certainly look like a male. I'm about 100% positive, just by looking at the shape of their head. Males' knees tend to bend inwards, just like we see on Candace Owens. But let's not get carried away here. Look how much wider the footsteps are on Candace Owens compared to the other individual next to Owens. And we all know who the other individual is. Unfortunately, it looks like the other individual may be walking like a female. Yeah, these people love to surround themselves with other transgenders, especially in photos. And I could be wrong with the other individual, but with Candace Owens, we are certainly onto something here. So stay tuned in. Let's observe those knees one more time in another photo. After doing this for some time, I always notice that the male's knees bend inwards. There is a bow to it that bends inwards. Females' knees tend to do the opposite. They bow outwards. And males take wider and longer steps compared to females. But this could just be, a photo that was done intentionally. Maybe. But right here we catch Candace off guard, and voila, as you can see, the wide footsteps of a male right there. And it looks like they are good friends with Kanye West, who is also 100% a transgender invert. Look how Kanye West is tightrope walking, crisscrossing their legs like Candace Owens should be doing. You can't make this stuff up. Wow. Take a look at this next photo with Candace Owens and Kanye West. Look how Kanye West's knee bends outwards. There is no space between Kanye's legs. Look at the large space between Candace Owens' legs, and again, the knee bends inwards on Candace Owens. Here we see Candace Owens walking again, and look at that lovely space right there. And of course, Kanye West has to throw up the satanic Baphomet devil horns right there. Candace Owens wouldn't do that. Candace knows that's a bad hand symbol. Yeah, I'm sure Candace Owens does know that's a bad hand symbol, and that's why they do it. Yeah, but how can Candace Owens be a transgender if they make mean comments on transgenderism and have been called out for saying rude remarks towards the LGBT community? Wouldn't that make them a hypocrite? Yeah, it certainly would. This is a very common thing, ladies and gentlemen. We see this all the time. And the explanation to that is the enemy, Satan, likes to play both sides of the fence, good and evil. Satan will show you good to lure you into evil and darkness. At the end of the day, the world is a stage. These people are actors, and all they want is for you to idolize them. The signs and symbols are all right there in plain sight. They know very damn well what these hand signs mean, and yet they do them over and over. Take a look at Candace Owens' clavicle. Oh my gosh, look how straight that is. And who is this person talking to her? Is this some kind of pirate? Or is it Snake Plissken from Escape from LA? Well, wasn't Candace Owens pregnant? Yeah, and we've already been through this. If you watch in my previous videos, I explain how they wear baby bump bodysuits to fake their pregnancy. Yeah, males can't have babies. Females have babies. And males will never have babies, period. And the only female I see right here is the one to the left. Take a look how their knee bends outwards and there's no space between their legs. That being said, did you see Candace Owens' wedding where Candace Owens married this so-called husband? Look at the feet work of the so-called husband. Look how it's one foot in front of the other. The legs keep crossing. Bam. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Boom. Boom. Look how them legs cross. And then you get the zigzag, bendy look. Wow. This is what tightrope walking looks like, ladies and gentlemen. This is how Candace Owens should be walking. Unfortunately, we can't see Candace Owens' gait in this video. But by now, we should realize that Candace Owens is a biological male. This is not what a biological female's face should look like. Also, did you guys see the checkered floors? We all know where the checkered floor comes from, or where it's commonly seen. And no, I'm not talking about the game of chess. This checkered floor is mainly seen in Masonic lodges. It is also sometimes seen in Catholic churches. There have been many priests that are actually also Freemasons, and I'm sure Candace Owens is a Freemason. I do know that Candace Owens says that they are a Catholic. We all know how corrupt the Catholic Church is, especially the Vatican. Catholicism is a practice of pagan god worship. It's nothing but a false religion, leading many innocent people astray. Nothing against the Catholic people, for they do not know better. We must pray for them. To be honest, I come from a Catholic family. It was a very strict practice as a child growing up. So many of my family members are Catholic and practice the Catholic culture and tradition. I do not. About 11 years ago, I had a spiritual awakening. This veil was slowly uplifting from my eyes. One time I was so terrified I had nobody to turn to except for God, Jesus Christ. And throughout this journey, I've become closer and closer to Jesus. I've pulled away from the Catholic religion, and ever since then, it's been nothing but positive results. I've developed a much better understanding of Jesus Christ. I have a two-way relationship with Jesus Christ, and I pray only to Jesus Christ, for he is our one and only Savior in this world that we live in. Anyways, that's a whole nother topic and possibly an episode for another day. Again, the majority of Catholics don't know any better. Catholic people are usually very nice people, including my family. It breaks my heart when I see them praying to other gods. But in situations like this, sometimes there is nothing you can do, because at the end of the day, we are powerless over other people. And the only thing we can do is pray for them. So thank you for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Have no fear of man, for God is always with us. God bless.